You guys remember where you left off last week and all that good stuff?
What? No, what happened? Tell me. I'm asleep.
Some big eyeball-looking thingy.
There's an eyeball. Eyeball.
It's kind of funny how the person who actually stuck his head in the Indigo orb kind of forgot what happened last week, right? Kind of funny, maybe?
That's why I forgot. It was I stuck my head in this orb. It must be a dream. It's a dream sequence.
He was so terrified he forgot.
You wake up and you're back at the Lady Luck Tavern, and the jester is looking at you.
Yeah, exactly.
So the last 5 sessions have been nothing but a dream, right? Last 4 sessions? Right? Oh my gosh. Well, you guys would be pissed.
And by the way, all the experience that we acquired is now null and void.
Not to mention all the weapons and stuff we found, including the staff.
Wouldn't that be vicious?
A little.
Alright. So you guys want to go ahead and do the recap and all the other good stuff?
Sure, I can go first. I am Crumpet. I play Tamanuk, the verbally challenged Goliath shaman. I cast freezing spells, and I have a spirit companion named Boom. He is a penguin, and that is it.
Yes, a spiritual.
I'm Zaven. I
penguin.
play Walian, the group's bard. Specialize in moving people around the battlefield, as well as viciously mocking the enemies.
Well, I'm Horhuk playing Melech,
Horhuk?
the Stormbringer, playing a Tiefling Sorcerer, and I'm in search of dragon magic.
Did you say Horhuk? I think you did.
Horhuk? Are you calling me a whore now, Dave? Alright.
All
I
Jack's
am
whore.
not.
A beholder's whore, maybe. After tonight.
Yeah, we're thinking about it.
We're going to test those new quantum rolls out, so let's see if it
Right.
truly is. Let's see if RNGesus really is in your guys' corner tonight.
Alright, I'm Heavy. I play the Paladin Batista Xavier Washburn the 14th. Dadius Cord, and I have faith fully in him and trust in all weapons with his power to smite the great Sankazag. And I have the ultimate lay on hands.
Oh.
I guess that leaves me. I'm Evan Thrax. I play Shamash, Dragonborn fighter that was getting his butt kicked at the beginning of the story last week. So for the recap, the battle raged with Shamash holding his own against a large skeleton, large vipers, and a trap that kept slamming him into the wall. Finally, the group arrived to assist. Batista was the first to jump through the trapdoor, but unfortunately didn't exactly land on his feet and ended up prone. He was followed by Melech, who did a nice acrobatic entry into the room, landing solidly on his feet. Walian was next. His acrobatic entry would have impressed any Olympic judge. At first, Tomanuk remained at the top, didn't enter the room, but sent his magnificent spirit companion Boom into the fray. As the party shifted in combat, taking hit after hit from the powerful skeleton, Tomanuk lowered himself into the room. The vipers and trap continued to attack until the skeleton destroyed them by unleashing an almost deadly attack against the group. And the odds were now in the favor of the group, or so it seemed, as the battle raged on. Finally, Tomanuk speared the skeleton, removing its head, and kept it as a specimen. No, wait, that's Melech that keeps specimens. Tomanuk kept it as a treasure to go along with the skeletal ogre arm that he also carries. After a long rest, the group returned to a hall of orbs, where Melech immediately stuck his head into an indigo orb, summoning 2 swarms of skeletal fighters, and of all things, a beholder. The group considered offering the beholder a sacrifice of minced Melech to appease him, since Melech was the one that attacked him right away. But the group decided against that, as it would probably cause hard feelings with the ball juggler. So the group fought and defeated the skeletal swarms and prepared to battle the beholder.
Actually, you guys still have a bloodied status skeletal swarm. You guys have not.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, you sure do. You sure do. But can
Well, I
everyone
tried.
see the initiative tracker by chance?
I see it, but there's
Right.
nothing on it.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm guessing all of the server reset and everything probably looks like it glitched it out. Anyways, just in case of this, I did write down all of the initiatives. So I'm going to clear the tracker out.
Aren't you the smart one today?
I am. So why don't you guys go ahead and give me an initiative roll real quick to get you into the tracker. And I'm going to go ahead and change everyone's numbers. So bear with me for just a few seconds. Stand by.
You notice Shamash got smaller.
I would like to keep my
Yeah.
number.
He sure did. What the heck happened?
And Smash would like to keep his number.
Yeah, that's epic.
Alright, so I know where we left off. The ground started shaking, dust started coming down from the ceiling, the portal lit up, all three of the basically stones or glass, look like glass stones or huge buttons on this thing lit up. And I'll give you guys the handout again of the portal in case you guys forgot, which I doubt you have, but you can see that there's a button that has lit up at the top, bottom left, bottom right, and basically those colors are dull olive green, lower left, russet brown at the very top, and a sickly citron orangish yellow, the lower right. So these lights light up. You guys can see the huge round figure of the beholder, tentacle eyes. It emerges from the portal. It's a massive beholder. You guys have only read these in stories, and you now have one in your presence. You really didn't even parlay with it. Melech just attacked right away. All right.
Again, I want to reiterate Melech was scared.
I totally agree. And you crit him for a lot, if I'm not mistaken.
And I think we left off with him when we left, by the way.
Yep. That was basically you went first and then Shamash went, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Okay. So I rolled a 20 for the beholder. So we will go ahead and we'll start here. So you went right, Melech.
I think it was the beholder's turn when we left off last week.
Okay.
We left off with him going
That's
to
right,
attack.
we did, because it was the suspense.
Yes.
That's right. I remember that now. I need to turn up the opacity real quick on the grid. Really doesn't help with the. Guess I'll just change the color. Probably be the best thing to do. There she goes. There she goes, Miss America. All right, so the beholder,
Walking down the street.
it does come out. The beholder makes a minor action. Well, first off, it's going to move up a little bit. It's going to move past its minions. And the beholder the central eye kind of lights up. The eye, it gets as wide as it can, starts shimmering a little bit, and then you see a burst come off of that center eye. So I need to do some attack rolls on everyone. Not on everyone, but on, let's see, heavy. And let's see, the roll is a 19, and you guys can see that now that they're actually splitting beams of light for these rolls, you can see that there is a new little symbol beside the roll, and also if you hover over the inline roll itself, you'll see that it'll have a quantum roll, and you can actually track all the rolls, and they're actually pretty consistent. All of the rolls are darn near level, so it's definitely random. All right, so it is a 19 versus Will versus Xavier.
+1 from Boom.
That's right on the money.
Okay, so when you're hit with
Does
this,
Boom give me anything though? Crump?
+1, I said.
Okay, there you go. Crump saves me.
okay, so a 19
Boom
versus
does.
Will is a miss then.
With Crump's Boom's ward on me, it gives me 20.
Okay, and does Boom? He also has different powers that you can use with him as well, correct?
Could you rephrase?
Boom has powers that you can use through him, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I can use powers through him, yes.
Okay. I was just wondering. I didn't know if they were actually. Yeah, they do go through him. So, 1 second. All right. So it is a 23 versus Will on Boom.
Is this a burst attack?
It is a burst attack. It is a close blast, actually.
Okay. We did discuss this, and those aren't supposed to be able to hit Boom. Unless you are changing this.
It is not a. It's not an actual damage attack. So it's not like it's not doing damage to Boom per se. It's basically casting a anti-magic shield on targets. So that's basically what this does. And if the target is affected, then the target cannot do any kind of powers, as in encounters or dailies. Now, at-wills can still be used.
Then another question, does it only apply to creatures?
It is enemies in the blast. So it is any enemy in the blast.
Let's just screw it. Go for it. You say 23?
23 versus Will.
That is a hit.
Alright, so for the rest of this, not for the rest of the encounter, but until the end of, well, I guess it would be your next turn, you cannot use any powers, daily or encounter, through Boom. You yourself can use them, but not Boom.
Okay.
And that's it. Everyone else is, looks like they're out of the range. Now the Beholder also is going to use the Random Eye, which is a triggered effect that when the Beholder is conscious at the start of its turn, it can target any enemy with a Random Eye. So there are 10 eyes on this Beholder. So instead of rolling the multi-stage macro in side roll 20, I'm going to use my 10-sided to actually determine the eye, so it can speed that up a little bit. So, all right. So, Heavy, you are being targeted with an eye. This is a basically the Random Eye is an at-will. It is a triggered action, and this is triggered by anybody within the area of this effect. So you are being attacked. And it is a 21 versus Fortitude.
That would be a miss
Don't-
because boom's protection.
Okay, I was going to say, don't forget to add this. These are very important. Don't forget to add in boom. So, all right. So the eye ray misses you. A bolt of looks like a bolt of force energy comes out of one of the eyes. You're able to duck out of the way. And now I'm going to take my eye ray's attack, my standard action. So I have my 2 eyes that I'm going to be attacking, and it will be also for the paladin as well, which is wounding eye. So a 19 versus Fortitude, which is a miss. Well, I'm really starting it off good for you guys.
And not allergic to beholders.
Yeah, the second eye ray, which is a wounding ray, I think it hits with a 30 versus Fortitude.
Well, you didn't get the
Versus me,
memo.
that'd be
We're
great.
level 30, so that doesn't hit.
And you take a total of 24 necrotic damage from the final wounding eye. And that is it for the Beholder this round. And don't forget, you still have these skeletons here as well. So, all right. So Batista, you are up, sir.
Alrighty. I have not equipped my shield as of yet, due to last game coming out of that tunnel there or whatever we was in. So I'm going to reach for my implement in the holy symbol of Cord, and I am going to target the beholder with my radiant pulse, and I can attack him, then also attack the creatures that are surrounding him with a secondary attack. Then on a sustained attack, I can attack the beholder again. So I believe that's how that works. If you give me a ruling on that, please.
Which one are you using? Cord's favor?
No, I'm grabbing for my implement,
Mm-hmm.
which is, I guess, would be like some legitimate nothing.
It would be a
I guess.
minor.
Okay. The radiant pulse attack. Secondary attack is against any adjacent enemy to the primary.
All right. So your implement is on your shield. So I thought you said you put your implement on your shield, correct? Or were you wearing it as a necklace?
It's a necklace.
Okay. So the radiant pulse is that's a range 10 attack. So you
Range
do
10.
have 2 creatures on top of you. So if you use that, you're going to provoke 2 attacks of opportunity. Basic attacks. But seeing that it is
I'm targeting the beholder, though, right?
Mhm. But the key word for
Okay,
that,
so
the standard action, the key word is ranged. Now if it said
Ranged, very
close, and it didn't have the 10 on there, then you'd be fine. But seeing that is a range 10, then you would provoke attacks of opportunity. So let's
Sounds
see.
good, I'm going
On a
for
hit,
it.
it does 1d10 plus charisma mod as radiant damage, and you get to make a secondary attack. And which the secondary target each enemy adjacent to the primary target. All right. So the secondary attack would be basically the same thing, and you can push the
So
secondary.
I'll attack the
target.
skeletons.
All right. So let's do the. You're going to take a couple attacks of opportunity first because you're doing a ranged attack. So if you're doing a ranged attack, I mean, where are you? I'm guessing it's going to be there's a within 10.
Targeting the
So,
beholder.
all right. So range means you take. I mean, if I'm not mistaken on that, range means opportunity attack, correct?
It does.
Very good. Very good.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I will take the first bite attack from the beholder. And the beholder bites for 27 versus AC.
24 was, so it's over.
Alright, so the beholder bites you for 18 damage. Now the skeletal mob, which you are still grabbed as well, because I see that you still have the grab symbol. And they are going to make a basic attack as well. Oh man, Heavy's going to get hit. which is a miss, 19 versus AC. So you're free to attack the beholder now with your first attack. Well, the primary one creature attack. So. All right.
A 9.
So you critical fumbled on your attack. So basically, you are forfeiting the rest of the round because of the critical fumble. All right. Next up is Walian.
Stirring shout on the beholder.
Man, what a way to start it, huh, Heavy?
30 versus will.
A 30 versus will versus the beholder is definitely a hit. It is a very nice hit.
Okay. Then he takes 12 damage, and then until the end of the encounter, whenever anything hits him, you get healed for 5 real hit points.
Now, when you say real hit points, do you mean temporary hit points?
No, it's real hit points, I think.
He be trolling.
He'd be definitely trolling Walian.
There's always one who asked that question, so I was just going to be the first.
I was just kind of wondering too. Would that kind of be temp hit points, or would that be normal?
I feel like it's going to be temp hit points.
I think it's actually both.
Hey, let's go with that.
So if you're at
Hey,
full
what's
hit
up,
points, you
Crispy
can put
Ducky?
them in your temporary hit point.
No, you get 5. You get 5 real hit points added on, and then it's 5 temp hit points added on as well.
But after you add the 5 hit points, doesn't it trigger like 5 temporary hit points as well?
Yeah, there's that, and then it also explodes as a burst of healing to everything in melee range of you if it's friendly. And
For
damage
another
to
5,
enemies.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It just keeps stacking.
And don't forget the automatic lay on hands.
Yeah,
Oh!
Forgot about that.
undefinite.
Without spending a healing surge.
You guys are the best. I swear. Alright, so anything else for you? Action point? Anything?
And then Song of Defense as my minor. Which is everything within 5 squares of me gets a +1 to their AC, and I can sustain that with a minor action every round.
Very nice. So why don't all you guys put the shield icon on your character?
I was gonna put the R up. But
Oh, you can do that as well. Do the aura. That would even be better, Walian. Sorry about that.
there you go. That's a +1 to AC if you're in that.
Now
And I'm
that was strategically placed. That was awesome. All right. So it looks like our skeleton mob is still up there, still grabbing onto Heavy there. So they're going to attack. I mean, they're swarming him. They're in bad shape. They've lost quite a few family members in the swarm. But they're still attacking. They're up for blood. They are following their commander. They are following their leader. And they're really inspired now that the leader has actually shown his face. But as they start to swarm on you, Heavy, you're able to knock several off with your shield, and they just can't get a clear attack on you. So you're able to counter their attack.
I don't have my shield right now.
Yeah, that's still, even without the shield, you definitely get missed. And the aura and everything, yeah, that you get missed. Alright, so that's it for the skeletons. So Melech, you are up now. Mr. I'm going to stick my head in this indigo orb so nonchalantly as we leave the last room we just about got killed in. Sorry about that handout, Frock. So welcome to the game tonight,
I haven't
guys.
seen blasted the beholder there, and concerned for my fellow party members' well-being, I'm going to attack the skeletons. And I will attack the skeletons with
Yeah, they only have 400 hit points left, so you may want to start whittling them down at some point of the night. And I am kidding about that.
I am going to hit it. Oh, I already used that one. Oh shit.
This is a mega minion.
You're a robot again, Heavy.
Got about 15 seconds, Melech.
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
Stormwalk.
Alright. So, also, I'm going to be using a timer as well, gentlemen. Stormwalk it is against the Skeletal Swarm, aka Skeleton Mob.
And that is 23 versus Fortitude.
Oh, definitely hit. Nice shot.
17 thunder damage to the skeletons.
Yeah, as your wave of thunder reaches up through the ground, knocks them up like bowling pins. Wow. Quite a few more have fallen from the damage, and there are just several left now. Anything else for you? Action point?
No, not at this time.
Alright.
Thank you for the opportunity, though.
Guys, it is not a broken bot. It is actually Twitch is messed up, so it is. The bot is working fine. Shmash, you're up, sir.
Shamash had pulled his bow,
Just
so
turning
he's
it on
going
to
to
see
take
if
a
it
shot
works.
at the beholder using one of his onslaught arrows.
Okay, make sure you deduct one from the inventory. That's what I like about 4th edition. Once you use a piece of ammo or something, it's gone. Because, I mean, literally, you could buy 5 or 6 onslaught arrows and just say, yeah, I gotta pick the same onslaught arrows up every time, and yeah. So you're attacking the beholder with an 18 versus armor class, and that, sir, is a miss. That's a
Of course it is.
pretty bad miss. One of the eyes actually kind of wink at you.
Ooh, cool.
One of the brown eyes on it, actually.
It's got more than one.
It has multiple.
Now that got your attention, didn't it, Saban?
Action point or anything? Or
No,
are you done?
no action point, but as a minor action, I'm going to put the bow away. And then
So-
next round, I'll pull the axe.
So what did that miss cost you? A couple thousand?
Well, actually, no. The thing is, if I'd have hit, everybody would have got a +1 to attack.
Yeah. That would have been nice.
And plus 5 hit points.
Don't forget the 5.
5 hit points on the attack.
Plus the proc of the group heal on hands as well. Lay on hands.
Now, the nice thing about the 5 hit points they would have got from the arrow is they could have even missed and still got the 5 hit points.
So Dominic, you're up. Alright, you drop your bow, I guess, right?
No, I'm not going to drop it.
Are you
I'm
gonna
going to
use
use
a
a
minor
minor action
Wow.
to put it away.
Wow, he's doing it the right way. Wow, I like it.
Right, and I am going to summon some company.
Ooh! It's the first
Both
time you've
of
used
them,
it. Oh
actually.
my gosh.
So, to the stream and every player here, let's introduce Bim and Bam.
You have several more companions now. They are adjacent to you.
Well, I'm not gonna summon them adjacent, but now
Oh,
at
what-
least I can
You
move.
can move them though.
Oh yeah, the penguin comes out huge, but Smash stays small.
Well, the penguins
Yeah,
are
thanks, Shay,
huge.
for fixing that.
Whenever my son gets down here, I'm going to be fixing a lot of tokens to actually fill the entire square up.
Well, I'm going to TeamSpeak, and I'm going to private message Kaboom Man and make sure he does that.
David, didn't we put name boxes on these so we wouldn't confuse them?
Well, I know that. Let's see. Bam is the normal. So, well, I don't